Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner Studios. With me today is Alison Gillespie. Alison is a music therapist, teacher, conference extraordinaire, entrepreneur, the director of the Skyline Chimers.
Yes.
If you've been watching over the last year, you've seen several concerts we put on there from the Skyline Chimers. It's a great little concert you put on and really help those type of children, well, actually adults, but
mainly adults.
And the adults, and they were using this music therapy in your class. But what we want to talk about first today is Alison is putting on a conference. She does this every year. And
every couple of years.
Every couple of years. Seems like every year, doesn't it, when you're doing it? It comes soon enough. And this concert is on July 25th, 26th at the United Methodist Church. It's primarily geared for teachers, music therapists, educators.
Yes, anybody who works with children, preschool to early elementary age.
So, it's like everything. It's about the children.
Absolutely.
But it's what's interesting about this year's concert, she's having Eric Litwin.
Yes.
And if anyone's ever heard of Eric, he's the author of the first 4 Pete the Cat books.
Yes.
And he has some other characters as well now.
He does.
But he will be here with that conference, excuse me. And he's an interesting guy. And there's going to have a couple other people with you. Who else is coming along?
So Eric is a keynote speaker, and another keynote speaker is Mayor Harmon. She is from Tampa, Florida, and she has written many, many CDs. I call her a music therapist at heart because she writes music to teach non-music goals, which is very
the rest of us, most of us.
So she's amazing. And then I also have 5 local presenters.
Okay.
Of course, anything that I do is a family affair. So my mom is a retired kindergarten teacher. She is going to be doing a workshop on using math manipulatives.
Tell me what that is.
Math. So,
come on now,
So instead of paper and pencil, she's going to teach you how to, like the blocks, the little Unifix cubes, and the different blocks and different ways to teach math with your hands.
Okay. Put a physical aspect to it.
Absolutely. It's a lot easier for those little kiddos to grasp physical concepts versus
something in their head.
Right.
The person in their head talking to them.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then, of course, my sister, she is a preschool teacher here in the county. She works for Warren County, and she is going to be doing a make and take. So all teachers love when you can go in and make something and then take it home to your classroom.
Exactly.
So she's going to be doing one of those first off Thursday morning. We have another local teacher, Caitlin Edmund. She is a teacher at E. Wilson Morrison. She's a Tier 3 special education teacher, and her background is in behavior management. So she is going to be doing a session on behavior management, which we all know is much needed in this
well,
in this day and time.
There's a lot of reasons why that is, I'm sure.
Probably.
It seems like, I always blame on you spare the rod, you spoil a child, but, we can't talk that way anymore, right? Can't point your finger at anyone either, so... exactly. So, and we're learning new ways of learning skills. We'll leave it there. How's that?
Right.
But it sounds like that you have you have about 50 people coming so far, teachers, educators around the area.
Yes.
So you still have room for some more.
I do.
And the good part is, she provides lunch. So
yes.
It's a really
lunch and snacks.
It's accredited. I mean, they'll get some sort of credit.
Right. So you'll need to go through your own school district, but there will be 10 hours of continuing education that you could get from them. You'll get a certificate at the end.
That's something that we don't realize in a lot of professions, and is that they have to have continuing education in order to maintain their licensing. So this is how they do it.
Yeah, I have to have 100 credits, 100 hours every 5 years.
Wow, yeah.
So.
Well, that's interesting because, like you said, it's a great thing because I've been to some of your concerts. I know how energetic you are. I can just imagine this. But here's really what's a cool thing about this whole conference we're talking about it is because Eric is going to be putting on a concert, a music concert at 10 o'clock on Thursday, July 25th.
The first day of the conference.
So even if you don't go to the conference, you're not an educator, you have young children up to about what age do you think?
Probably about 10. I would say that most kids up to about 10, if they're familiar with Pete the Cat, that they would really enjoy it.
So little kids, or kids that love Pete the Cat. But he'll be putting on a concert.
Yes.
That's at 10 o'clock. Well, it's a Thursday.
It is a
July
Thursday
the
morning.
25th at the United Methodist Church at Main and Royal.
Main and Royal.
Main and Royal. So that's an interesting thing. There is a cost. It's just $2, $10 for family. So the most it'll cost you, you can bring your whole herd, it's $10. So it's really a good deal. And I can imagine the energy. And Eric is a pretty well-known kind of guy. So
he is well-known in this world, in the children's literature world.
Well, no, he knows. If you know who Pete the Cat is, you know who Eric is. So,
right.
The original Pete the Cat author. We want to point that out. So
and speaking of which, bring your books, because he will sign any book that he has authored. So any of the Groovy Joe books, or the Nut Family books, or the first 4 Pete the Cat books.
That's great. People love that, interacting with the artist and the talent and things like that. So it'd be fun. I'm sure the energy will be there.
He is even more energetic than me. So.
Oh wow!
And he's coming to Front Royal.
Well,
he now lives in D.C., so it's not that far.
So that's
for
not
him,
too far.
But,
That's great.
But he's coming here.
Well, we get a lot of things like that in Front Royal. It's just amazing. You just don't know about them. You don't hear about them, and that's a small circle.
That's why you need the Royal Examiner.
Exactly.
To
well,
put it out
I
there.
figured that you'd plug that in there. So, Allyson has a couple things going on. This conference, July 25th, 26th.
Yes.
There is a cost for that, but more information is on your website, or they can send you an email at...
Skyline Conference at mail.com
is
the email address. And then if you look on Facebook, I don't have a website page, but if you search Skyline Conference on Facebook, there's a group that'll pop up. Yes.
Plus, we'll put that in the story as well. We'll put all the links on the Royal Examiner as well, where you can get hold of Allyson. Mm-hmm. If you're a teacher, music educator, or just interested in teaching things to preschoolers.
Right, absolutely.
It's a great, if you're any kind of teacher. Homeschool teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
daycares.
Yeah, there's a lot of, it's a broad thing. So that's the one thing. Second thing is this music concert at 10 o'clock on Thursday, July 25th at the United Methodist Church with Eric, the Pete the Cat original author guy.
There you go.
Well, now there's a third thing we want to talk about.
I've always got something.
Yeah, it's there's this magic of threes. We like things of three,
yes.
Okay? Allyson goes to the Warren County Senior Center every Thursday at 10:30. Now tell me what happens there.
So I invite my children, not my personal children, but children of the community, to come in and join me at the Senior Center on Thursdays at 10:30. And we make music with the seniors. There is a cost for that. It's $10 for one child or $12 for 2 or more. And it's just a drop-in class. You come when you can. You don't have to register. Just a side note, this week, since the 4th of July is on Thursday, we're going to do a class on Wednesday.
Okay.
And then the following week, I'll be getting ready to see Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden.
Music. Everything's music related in your life.
So I will not have class on the 11th.
So here we are. We're going to talk about trying to drum up business for the class, and the first 2 things she's not even going to have it.
But it
goes to August the 8th, so you have plenty of time.
The class will run through August 8th. And then, of course, the Thursday of the Eric Litwin conference, I'm going to ask everybody, instead of going to the Senior Center, to come to this concert.
Oh, wow.
Instead.
First 3 Thursdays now aren't even available.
Well,
they are.
I'll be there the 18th.
There's always something going on. You got to check out Allyson on her Facebook page.
But the Senior Center is so exciting. I've been wanting to do something like this for years, and just the logistics have not fallen together. But this year they did, and I've got little 2, 3, and 4-year-olds passing out scarves to the seniors and instruments to the seniors, and we're doing our Pete the Cat books and my pop-up wide-mouth bullfrog book, and it's just to see the interactions between the young children and the children at heart is just. I
can just see you there. Probably have a kazoo orchestra going if you could get away with it.
I haven't brought out the kazoos yet, but Mayor is a big proponent of of kazoos, and
Yeah, well,
I do have a bag of kazoos.
We were at the 25th, the 14th concert at the gazebo with the band, and they played some song, and next thing you know, they stood up and playing the kazoos or something.
Nice.
They were making some noise. So yeah, that was
Nice.
it's an interesting thing. You know, music is universal, and
It is.
It doesn't matter what language you speak. The language of music seems to be
It's great. It's
it is
wonderful.
great. All right, there's a fourth thing we're going to talk about:
Oh, what's the fourth thing?
the Skyline Chimers.
Oh,
I know you
All
love
my
this.
Skyline
So we're going to
Chimers.
put a plug in. I know you really weren't prepared for that, but like I said, we put up the last concert. We did a spring concert.
Thank you so much for
And
that.
so when's the next concert?
I haven't set the date yet, but it'll be a Christmas concert.
So that's going to be Christmas time.
Yeah, I added the Christmas concert. This will be our third Christmas.
Right.
So, I decided there wasn't enough to do the month of December. So,
Oh, yes. Well, tell us a little bit about the Chimers.
absolutely. So, the Chimers is a group of special needs adults, mainly adults. I've got a couple teenagers in there. But we come together and we practice for weeks on end, and it's a logistic nightmare, but I figure it out. Now I've got interns that help, and that's amazing. But we take a song and we'll break it up into chords, and the director will point to a chord, and we make music, and it's just it's my happy place.
And I think when you can see the faces on these on your Chimers, and you can tell they're really. And they show up. I mean, it's a lot of work for some of them to make the effort, and of course they're caregivers too. On some of them have caregivers, and I can imagine it's a lot of work.
It is.
But they come to the practice and they show up, and
the reward is. Okay, we can't continue talking about this because I'm going to start crying.
Well, I was telling Allyson I was at the last two concerts at the gazebo, which you can watch, by the way, on the Royal Examiner, the American Legion Band, and I seen one of your Chimers there, and I talked to her. She was really getting into it. She loved it.
She loves music.
Yeah. So in fact, I seen a couple there, but one she sat right in front of the camera. What's her name? Is it
Katie?
Katie. I was going to say Angie. Katie.
Katie.
Yeah, she was really into the music, so she loved it. So. I give her a plug. I told her, of course, I can remember I zoomed in on the camera because she's just beaming from ear to ear, you know, and she's really into it, and she really likes doing that. So it's great. All right, so is there going to be a fifth thing we talk about? Well, we'll plug the concert one more time. July 25th, 10 o'clock in the morning at United Methodist Church with Pete, the cat of the original 4-book author.
Right. I should mention that I have tickets available, and my buddy Ralph Waller and Sue Waller down at Main Street Pond, they have tickets there at the store. So if you can't catch up with me, you can go by there. I believe they're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6.
Yeah, don't bother Ralph on Wednesdays at noon. He's busy, on the street corner. But other than that, you can catch him.
Sue will be inside.
He's on the street corner yelling across the street back and forth there. No, that's great. But it sounds like you do. I know you do a lot of good work in the community. Your husband does good work in the community. So, and I seen your son Chase he was playing the drums at the and something happened to him here recently. I think I seen something. You congratulated him for.
He just got he just had a karate promotion.
That's what it was.
And he's the top of his class. He's black and orange. He's going to be upset if I mess that up. I think it's black and orange.
I remember seeing something, so about it.
It's orange.
He's a nice young man.
Yes.
So we'll give him a nice plug. So
and
you
he
get
just played drums for me at church yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, there is one more thing I wanted to say.
I knew there'd be one more thing.
If any local businesses or individuals are interested in being a sponsor for the conference, I have some different levels. The Front Royal Kiwanis were very generous and became a sponsor after I spoke with them. So if you are interested in helping with providing a snack table or even door prizes, because
everybody loves swag.
Teachers love presents, and we love our teachers. Front Royal Women's Resource Center is going to give me some door prizes. So if you know of anything that you would like to donate as a door prize, or if you'd like to be a sponsor of some level. I sent you the link, so you should
Sure.
be able to have
Put
all
all
of
that
that stuff
story.
online. Yeah.
Well, Allyson, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. It's a lot of energy. Again,
Thank
appreciate
you.
all the things you do for our community. It's a great asset that we have, and I think you'll be appreciated. And
Thank you so much.
all right,
Thank
again,
you
come
for
back.
putting
come
the
back.
word out.
Well, come and shake my hand and come and talk to us anytime.
Awesome.
Okay?
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.